Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports. Today we have the latest expansion to Total War Warhammer, the Wood Elves, and we're going to play the classic battle of the Wood Elves versus the Dwarves. I've been playing the Dwarves, so it's only appropriate I have this one. And actually I've been waiting for the Wood Elves because that's sort of the army that, it's more my fighting style type of thing. So let's get to it. We have the Wood Elves over here. We got missile cavalry. Actually, let's take a look at the overhead, shall we? Because it's going to be hard to see them in some of these woods. So, all right, on the Wood Elf side, we've got Glade Riders on the left with Hagbane tips. I'm not sure what that means yet. Sisters of Thorn, which is magical cavalry. Deepwood Scouts over here. They're supposed to be really good archers. Dryads. Got Eternal Guard. Glade Guard, which is archers. Glade Guard. Eternal Guard. Eternal Guard with shields. Treekin, that's going to be interesting. I'll take a look at all these here in a moment. Treeman, a Glade Lord, and a Glade Lord. Alright, and then Sisters of Thorn over here, which is Magical Cavalry, Deepwood Scouts, and Eternal Guard. So it seems like the overall strategy they have here is the Sisters of Thorn. I don't think that is... Oh, no, it is. I think it's... okay, that's mounted. So you have mounted on the two sides, the Magical Cavalry on the inside a little bit, and you have... melee and archers intermingled with the monsters taking up the center and the treemen way in the center here. Let's take a look at some of these units. So there is our treeman right there. He is, he has some kind of glowing magical energy within him, and he's smiling, ready to kick some ass. What is this guy? This is the Glade Lord standing behind him, which is a smart move. I mean, you know, look at that. That's exactly where I'd want to be. Oh my goodness, and he's actually wearing some kind of moss clothing. Or maybe that's just the Treeman Giant Schlong. Alright, let's look away from that now. Let's see here. This is the Treekin. So it makes sense the Treekin are right in front of the Treeman. The Treeman can kind of be leading them. I'm not going to be able to look at the Treeman the same anymore. That's just, ew. Anyway, so now you got all these... Oh, that's a good shot. You got all the Treemen in front of him, or all the Dryads in front of him, so you'll be able to have one long, strong... group right there in the center, and just then a basic line of the missile and melee infantry, which is a good idea for the Wood Elves. That way they can shoot, and when it gets into trouble, you get your melee guys in there with their shields and their sword and their spears there. So, and let's take a look at these magical. Yeah, I thought they're all mounted. It looks like they're mounted on reindeer, and they're glowing blue, so they're definitely magical. All right, let's look at the dwarfs. Let's look at their setup. You've got very basic setup here. You've got the archers in the front, but a couple different ones. Oh, and there we go. You got there's the command one of their heroes, but cannon, iron drake. So you have like the siege weapons and the bows at the front, backed up basically by longbeards, miners, and axe infantry, which is perfect because that's what you want to have when you're going up against giant trees. And Ungrim Iron Fist. So let's take a look here at some of these guys. They are in the forest here, which is ironic. Maybe it's the Wood Elves trying to get them out of their woods. You can't imagine why the Dwarves would want to defend it. But yeah, they have their organ gun right here, their cannon, and their the iron drake, the flamethrowers. So basically, they have a big long line of missile type of weapons, and some of which are deadly, and some of which are long range. So they're basically set up to shoot as the Wood Elves come at them, and then to back them up with their heavy infantry, and just basically chop them all down, which will probably be a good strategy for them. They're probably going to play defense on this, which is good for dwarves to do. And here is Thane. I think he might be new. I haven't seen him on a battlefield before, but maybe I just haven't used him. He's got a neat sort of thing on the top there. His helmet looks like it's a... Well, oh no, it's a dragon thing. I was thinking it was an anvil. Anyway, but you could probably smelt something up there. Smelt a dwarf. And then, actually you smelt them from a long ways away. Ungrim Iron Fist taking up the back. So, let's take a look, if we can get out of these woods. Let's take a look from above, and let's get ready to fight! Okay, well, it looks like the first thing the elves are doing is they're crossing their magical beast to go over and join maybe with their other magical beasts, so maybe they realize that after setup, hey, it would be better if we had them all together. they're just basically pushing forward while the dwarves are just holding their place. They're like, we got a good setup. Oh, I forgot to mention the gyrocopters up there, that they have that. They're just like, look, we're just going to stay right here in these woods here. They're kind of playing the far side there, which is probably pretty smart that they can be used for swinging around the flank and hitting them on the side. However, the Wood Elves are not going to give them that flank. They're going to be sending a wide front there, as you can tell. They are sending, and in fact, they put their magical beasts over here. The Sisters of Thorn have combined over on their right, so they are not going to allow that open flank over there. The Glade Riders are going far left, and they're going to try to wrap them around them, but yeah, the dwarves are already starting to fire on them. Let's take a look at how that is going. I thought you could click on that. Oops. Alright, let's take a look over here. Where is this? There we go. They're going way around. They're just going to go ahead and shoot and keep on going, and the dwarves are having trouble shifting around them. The front, meanwhile, is holding strong. Let's take a look to see. Yeah, well, actually, no, it is, you know, probably sooner than they expected. It is having a shift. Moving the cavalry around to this left was probably a good thing, because it did cause the dwarves, and sending them around this far right was a good thing. It caused the dwarves to go on off balance. They had a great front line there, but now they're having to turn around and fight over this way and fight over this way, and instead of having just one really strong front. Now the Wood Elves have surrounded them on all sides. We'll see if it is effective, and they're putting magic on them to go and fight against Thane all on his own. Thane is having to deal with all this. But it looks like he is doing just fine. He's like, bring him on! You got the forest itself going into this order. Man, that advantage the dwarves had with that front is now gone. That powerful front has just been run right over. Look at this. The organ guns really didn't get much chance, but so now they're having to bring up their infantry and use them on those trees. But then again, that's what axes are there for, so they're at least appropriately armed. Here, let's take a slow motion look at this thing. And the hammer, see how the hammer does in comparison to the axe on a... Oh, it looks like he's swinging a miss. But that guy doesn't care. He's just happy and cheering. And he's coming up. They don't seem to be able to hit today. Oh, over there we got the tree man fighting behind all the dwarves, or all the behind this line of dwarves and elves, who seem to be just kind of cheering at each other. There we go. Somebody, well, he was about to stab him, and now he just swung and missed. Oh, there's something going on here. You know, it seems like everybody just kind of swinging and missing each other. Let's see if the tree man's doing any better. Oh, there we go. He is stepping on them. Swipe! That's what you do to dwarves. Oh, and he's fighting Iron Fist. Swing your giant schlong at him! Oh, he's throwing something out of his hands. You see that? It's like a vine keeps flying out of it, and then don't retract it. Wow, it's like a whip. Well, the elves seem to be having something good going. Oh, and here's some dwarves going. So, should we shoot yet? Should we fire yet? That's our own guys down there. Get out of the way so we... Oh, well, I guess they have a tree. They sort of placed this cannon poorly. Yeah. See, when you have the tree right in front of you, your cannonball's kind of going to go flying away. Not really going to be too effective, guys. All right. So it looks like, I mean, at this point, it is just a total melee everywhere. I mean, for the most part, it's really just... You got your front line here of everybody fighting, and it's just a big cluster in there of everybody, no real front line, everybody fighting in every direction. And, of course, the Wood Elves using their strength of, once you have that front line going, you just fire missiles into it, fire bows into it. And then you do have the one single chopper still over here, but it looks like they got chewed up somewhere. There's only one guy left, and they're being shot at. The one guy left is being shot at by a single elf over there. They probably both got forgotten about. Oh, that is like a guided missile there. Who is this guy? A Glade Lord. Wow, okay, well, it scared that one dwarf away, I guess. Shooting down there, and something going on down here. Looks like there's dwarves caught in the middle, and they're chasing after mounted men. Worst thing for dwarves to do. I mean, they can't even catch up with people when they're on foot. But when they do catch them, watch out. And yeah, sure enough, here they're doing it. Taking on magical reindeer. We're trying to just bring everyone their presents. Oh, and now those magical reindeer. Oh, man. Trampling them. Wow, I saw one of them do a twist over here. Dang. Alright, and then, yeah, you got archers over here. It looks like the wood elves are really, they have this sort of taken care of. I mean, this is a battle where there's such a cluster of just everybody all over the place that I can't really talk about the strategy. I just pretty much just have to put the camera somewhere and you watch what happens. Oh, there's somebody with some hot molten lava trying to attack them. Oh, this guy's like, get out of here, get out of here. I need out of here. I just want to go home. I got some tea for you. You want some tea? Oh, okay, they got rid of him. Oh, but now the dwarves is suddenly taking this middle ground here, and I do not see elves here. Looks like they may have chopped enough of them down. Yes, and they're on the run. The elves are on the run up here. Oh, but okay, the dryads are not so much. They're doing fine. They're just basically looking for dwarves to attack. You know, they're behind you. Oh no, it looks like they're scared. They're running scared. And the elves are regrouping outside of the woods, which is ironic because usually you see them doing the opposite. Looks like some of them are trying to get back into the fight here. They got their bows. They're ready to get back into there. And the dwarves are coming, chasing after the dryads with their shields up. I like how they're like running as their beards are like trying to trip them. This is just not enough elves to go against this heavily armed of dwarves. Although, yeah, the dryads, though. You do have enough dryads. You know, I don't see the tree man. Maybe the tree man went down, and that might have knocked out what the wood elf center. Because once they lost him, he was their powerhouse. And now they have, once again, turned the tide. Okay, now you do have some reinforcement elves coming in here, though. You notice all the magic goes on the elves because, well, they're much more magical beings. But there isn't going to be a lot of magic it's going to be able to be used against the dwarves because the dwarves are very resistant. And then here you got, is this a hero? Oh, he's my hero. There! We got a lot of dwarves, and then over here, once again, just not enough elves, but they do have magic they're using against them. So, oh, and this is just the crew. Man, when the dwarves are so powerful that even their crew takes on the elven infantry. Although the elves, they apparently finished off whatever was down there, and they're coming back with their cavalry. So this is just anybody's game. I mean, it's just going back and forth. You can see it's just chaos up here. Let's take a look. You can't really see their flags there very well. So you can see it's about even, but the elves are the ones who are shaken. So I think the dwarves might actually have this. They're at least pushing them back. The elves may need to go and regroup somewhere. What is this? Is this a hero? Oh, here we go. Here comes some dryads back in. Oh, and there's Thane back in the battle again. I like how that dryad rolled over them, but then turned out he was rolling to his death, so it's like, what a way to go. I'm going out, but I'm going to roll over you. Take you out too. Oh, and there's their other leader. I think that's been the dwarf secret here, is they just concentrated their power. You can see they have both of their heroes over here, or the hero and the commander in one place, and just knocking, and along with a lot of dwarves. And when you get into hand-to-hand combat with dwarves, you're going to have trouble just with regular dwarves, and then you put in two of your leaders. I think they just concentrated in one area, got rid of the strong elf characters, And, you know, we're basically doing this. And now, well, let's see, they lost something over here, but I can't quite tell what. And now they took down the last of the magical beasts. Wow, that was sad to see. And the dryads keep coming back. But there's just not enough of them against this dwarven horde. And Iron Fist is just like, I'll get in a place when I feel like it. I got a big axe and you're a tree. Axe wins. What else do the elves even have at this point? I'm not even sure if they have anything left. Well, they got this down here, which is, I think, more magical beings, but that's about it. The dwarves have pushed the elves out of their forest, which, that's sort of a sad thing. This is where the elves should have their advantage. Oh yeah, run over, Thane. Oh, this is not Thane. Grim Iron Fist. And they're coming to the rescue. Unfortunately, the people they're rescuing are running away now. Being chased by the dwarves. Oh, there's one dwarf. Oh, it's the two heroes. Like I say, they concentrate their power. The dwarves concentrate their power. And as much as those magical beasts are powerful, you know, the dwarves have their two powerful beings, their two heroes here. It's a good fight. But one I think the dwarves might have. And they certainly have chased them away. Doesn't look like the elves are shaken or anything, but like how he was walking along with that one. There we go. Now they're just going to run down this. This would be good sledding. A good sledding hill. But when it's wintertime, the dwarves just grease up their butts and jump down. Now, where's Iron Fist? Okay, Iron Fist is going after... They're like, Thane, you get them. I'll get the other one. And Thane's going off on his own. Now he's, like, getting run over. What are they fighting? Oh, there are some dwarves over here. So it's almost like they're randomly... Yeah, Thane's like, nope, I'm not going to let you get away with that. I'm going to hit you in the butt. I like how he just flings himself. Alright, well, that's going on over there. See if the elves can pull us up. I mean, the dryads keep pulling away and then coming back. That's, you know, that's been a big problem with the elves, too. Is rather than just sticking there and fighting, they keep running and then trying to come back into it, which exhausts them. The dwarves, meanwhile, have just stayed and fought. You know, they have that stubbornness of, I'm going to stay here and fight whatever it takes. And that's it. The elves have run away. Actually, I don't see them running away necessarily, but yeah, I mean, the dwarves are definitely they still have their integrity, so that's going to be it. Well, that was a surprise. But thank you all for watching, and subscribe to see more of these battles, and tell us what else you'd like to see. And as always, happy gaming, everybody.